Hey, what's going on, everyone? In news that is shocking to absolutely no one, we have an announcement for the new Ashes cricket video game coming out this summer, which means winter in Australia, because this was announced by England's cricket Twitter. And we've got, obviously, a new Ashes cricket game to coincide with the Ashes coming in August this year. So let's quickly go back and take a look at the last cricket game, Ashes cricket. This is some of the first gameplay, I think, that I ended up posting of the last Ashes cricket game. So you can kind of see the journey, I guess, between then and now. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to seeing in this new game is, you look at that sort of intro sequence. It wasn't fantastic, okay? We kind of know that. It wasn't a great looking scene there. But if you played Big Bash Boom and I played a solid 45 minutes of it, it actually did a few things really well. And their cutscenes were probably one of the biggest things that it did really well. So I'm hoping that in this new Ashes game, which I am predicting is going to come out in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, in a number of weeks, I think July 15-ish, the week of that, maybe the 18th, I think the game will come out, because that's 2 weeks before the Ashes. So July 15th, pencil that in your calendars as the release date. If you heard it here first. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think I'm close. I'll be close to the money. But anyway, like, cutscenes are one of the things that I think that did really well. You'll also notice that the new Ashes game is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch, so you will be able to take it portable with ya. Whether or not there are motion controls supported, I don't know. I think it's unlikely. I think I saw an interview with Ross when he was talking about, Ross is the CEO of Big Ant, by the way, the developers slash publishers of this game, and he said that they wanted to initially bring the previous Ashes cricket game to Switch, but they didn't get a deal done with Nintendo. Then they decided to bring Big Bash Boom because it was they could do motion controls, because they were like, we don't want to have a test match full of motion controls or something like that. So you're not going to be swinging your arms around for like 5 to 12 million hours, I guess, depending on how long it takes you to get through a test match. So whether or not there are motion controls, I don't know. Again, I go back to Big Bash Boom and it was just a chaotic mess. Maybe they've learned from their mistakes there and hopefully fixed some of the issues that they were having on that game when they did release it on the Switch for Big Bash Boom. But a couple of other things I think we're going to be looking forward to is maybe there's going to be some more depth in career mode. I don't really know what much more they can do at this point. If they add in like sponsorships or something so you can get different gear. There has to be like something more if there is going to be any depth to it, because as far as I can sort of look at career mode, I struggle to find out what more you can really add to it, because I feel like it's pretty good. It's got like 95% of the key features you would want in it. What those other 5% are, I don't know. And that's always the thing. Is you can always do more, but you just never know what you want, right? Always a challenge. One thing I was thinking of is maybe there could be like a team career mode. I don't know. This probably could even be a thing, and I'm just totally clueless about it. But if there's like a team career mode where I go, right, I just want to play as the Australian team, 2 of them across the world, want to get them to number 1, want to get their World Cups, give them a World Cup win, or something like that, and bring in new players as I see them through the state league. So that's probably one thing that I think could possibly be added. It's unlikely, I think, given we haven't seen it in any of the Bradman games, and we haven't seen it again in the Ashes cricket game just come. So I'm not holding my breath, but that's probably one of the things that you could potentially be looking forward to. Some people will probably say, what about a cricket ultimate team mode? I think this always gets brought up with like every sports game ever. When is there going to be an ultimate team mode where you can pick players from across the world? And I think this one goes back to licensing, because this is called Ashes cricket. It's not called, international cricket or anything like that. So chances are we're only going to have the Australian and cricket teams licensed again. We're not going to have any other international teams. The Big Bash is an interesting question because we did have Big Bash Boom, which means Big Ant does have some sort of license with Cricket Australia to do Big Bash players, Big Bash teams. Whether or not that gets ported across, or that can transfer across to Ashes Cricket 19, I don't think so. They're pretty much separate games, so I think the only real things we'll be getting from Big Bash Boom into Ashes Cricket is maybe we'll get a bigger variety in player likenesses. Obviously, in Big Bash Boom, there was a ton of players head scanned into the game and could quite possibly be brought across into Ashes Cricket. Whether we're, going to see like a ton of Australian players or, any English players that did play in the Big Bash, I don't know. I'm just having a bit of a guess here. And I'm really hoping this video is recording this time because I just did it for a moment ago and it totally didn't. But I guess that's pretty much it from me today. I wanted to say, obviously, new Ashes Cricket game. I'm a little bit behind on the news. Happened a few days ago. And I want to say thank you to whoever tweeted it to me. Let me find it right now. Come on, where am I? Here. Someone tweeted me. That one Blair guy. Thank you for tweeting me. I was like, I think the trailer came out at like a midnight or something. I just come back from Arctic Monkeys, which were phenomenal, by the way. If you don't listen to Arctic Monkeys, would recommend it. Great concert that I saw on Tuesday night. So that means, yeah, this is like Wednesday morning news, and this is the weekend. Gee whiz, Dean, you're supposed to be better than this. I mean, it was only an announcement about the game coming, which didn't really surprise me, but I'm telling you guys anyway because I feel like you need to know. What do you guys think the title's going to be? Is it going to be called Ashes Cricket again? Is it going to be called Ashes Cricket 2? Is it going to be called Ashes Cricket 19? Is it going to be called Ashes Cricket 2019? These are all questions that need to be answered. And the other question also is, we're going to get obviously all of the English stadiums licensed into this game. The other one is like, are they going to keep the Australian stadiums in the game? Do they have licenses for that even though the Ashes aren't played in Australia this time around? I'm really hoping so. I think Bradman had licenses for it anyway, so I'm really hoping that they can keep the Australian licenses. Nice, Gary! Get out of there, Joe Root. Sorry, this is me just looking at my own video back here and going, I'm amazing. Anyway, I've been speaking way too much about this for such a small announcement. Let me know all your theories, questions, and thoughts about this in the comments section below. Leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content and you're excited for this. Also, I'm probably going to be making my international debut in career mode in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. Probably be coming in the next couple of days. I haven't recorded it yet, but look out for it. Anyway, that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all later. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe in the heat if you are in Australia. It's very hot at the moment. All right. Goodbye. Alright, let's finish off this episode with me actually playing a game with the webcam, with the live recording, because we're now one innings away from an Australian selected squad match. Hopefully we get picked. We're only in the squad. Whether or not we actually get a crack,